I think what resonated with me the most was the ability to be a majority, and I think that it gave me an opportunity to appreciate the differences that each person possesses, and just really have a true love for that.
When I first got there, I knew it was just going to be different. It was just a different atmosphere from what I've been used to. Everyone was so welcoming and so woke. And also I wanted to add that I learned how to use my privilege to echo the voices of other people that may not have the opportunity to speak up for themselves.
I guess SDLC kind of gave me the ammunition to feel like I had the ability to go back to my school and make a change, because when we talked about things that made people uncomfortable and kind of pushed boundaries, it kind of gave me like that sense that it's okay to do that. So when I came back here, like I feel like it's something that needed to happen here, so it like prompted me to make change.
Yes, we have like a diversity club and stuff, but there's always kind of certain lines that we like come to in terms of like discussions and stuff that we kind of just stop there, and especially like Camille said, we kind of, or whoever said, we just kind of like stop at race when it comes to diversity. But going to SDLC and being like completely immersed from like the first hour of that like giant meeting with everyone there to like just like be like fearlessly like enter discussions and like share your opinions and be like surrounded by people who are more like me, especially in my affinity group, was probably my favorite part of the entire experience. So I kind of liked having the opportunity to just like speak like freely without any, you know.
I got to go to SDLC 2 years ago, and it was actually right after I came back from another conference, and it was interesting juxtaposition between the two type of outlooks you had. So I'd come back from an international conference in India, where the United States was kind of the city upon a hill that everyone really wanted to talk about, and everyone was, we were kind of treated like rock stars because you were from the U.S. just for the sole reason that you were from the United States. And then you go to a it's kind of, the United States is the best, and everyone looks toward it for answers or for wisdom or guidance. And then you go to a conference where you realize, we still have a ton of problems. We're not the best at a lot.
Well, SDLC opened my eyes up to all like the current issues and problems that our society is facing, because like we don't really talk about them that much here. But at SDLC, it was really empowering to like be in an environment where we could like express our opinions without fear of scrutiny, and like where we could hear everyone's individual voice without argument and without like conflict. Everyone could just like be free to say what they wanted.
How do you feel like that's different from here, you said?
Well, here, like, people will judge you based on your opinion and make assumptions and all that. But at SDLC, it's a safe environment, and you can just express how you feel.
What did you feel like, Kennedy?
I felt that SDLC allowed me to really think about what diversity is, because we often forget that diversity isn't just about race, but it's ability, age, and so many other things, and not just your race. We don't talk about those other things as much, and we talked about it there, and I think that was really empowering.
That's true.
I thought it felt really good to be surrounded by like accepting people who cared about the same things that you were there to care about and were actually invested in it. And it felt good to like learn how to use like my privilege to help other people as well.
How did you learn to do that?
Just listening to other people and what they felt needed to be done and how they felt just in society, and then learning how to, I guess, echo and amplify. Is that a good word?
Yeah.
Amplify their voices.
I remember you saying this experience was powerful for you. In what way?
Well, for me, like at GDS, I've never necessarily felt safe. I'll say that, like in being myself. I've never felt comfortable being Shakai. I've had to be like different versions of myself. But there, I didn't really have to do that. And it was like with a whole bunch of strangers that I felt more safe than I had ever felt. Like outside of my family unit, I had never felt that comfortable or that safe. And also, just like needing to come back and like change things so that girls like me coming from somewhere else that possibly come here don't ever have to feel uncomfortable being who they are. They're just okay to be whoever they are all the time.